stabilising martingale that Greg's designed. So let's start off with a little bit of advice that there are no perfect horses. Not every horse is going to be an Olympic gold medalist. There's no perfect riders. Even gold medalist riders are not perfect. You know, and there's no perfect ride from start to finish. Even the best ride ever isn't perfect, but there are perfect intentions. So with our horses, we have every intention of giving them the best life by being the best riders and owners that we possibly can. And for us, that means that there's a lot of times that we want to take them off the arena because horses need to go out and see the world. Now, I don't know about you, but there's been times on trail rides where my horses have thrown more at me than I can handle. So once I had a dog jump out the back of a ute and my horse skidded across the tar and then took off with me into the face of another oncoming car. I've had, we call them ninja kangaroos, they hide behind trees and jump out at us. And you know, and when the horses invert their under neck and take off, it's very hard to control them. And I'm only little, and we buy all our horses as foals. And somehow, Greg, you always choose ones that are going to be really big. So Bluey here is 17.3. But, you know, also in training sometimes, you know, when Blue did his flying changes, he did the left one, and then he'd go to do the right one, and then just bugger off really fast. So he wore the martingale to learn his right flying change. I think it was for about 3 weeks. Because prevention's better than cure. So the way it works, so if you just follow, hello my love, if you just follow the scapular line here, depending on what you're using the stabilising martingale for, because we also use it for unfit riders, beginner riders, baby riders whose hands bounce, and then we just have a little monkey strap or Jesus bar or whatever you want to call it, and we put their hand in there and that helps secure them. So if it was for that, I would have the ring like on Blue, a little bit higher up the scapula. If it was for a horse that was truly becoming remedial and buggering off a lot, I would adjust the ring right in the middle of that scapula, so here. So you can adjust the ring here on the side, and also Greg's adjusted it underneath as well. So you want to make sure, see how that's sitting around him quite loosely? You don't want it tight because obviously that will dig into them, and anything that causes your horse pain is also going to cause your horse to react in a way that is probably quite unpleasant for you. So we do, before we ever, that's excluding when we take them out on rides. I put it on every time I ride my horses out, except for, say, you know, once my horse is like my Grand Prix horse doesn't wear one anymore. I know how to hug her with my leg and chin. I know exactly how to communicate when she's really afraid. But with my young horses, who I insist on taking out, I do like to have it on because I'm a bionic woman and 1,000,000 years old, but it's always been a thing of mine. I dislike my horses taking off already. So I think that's pretty much. Greg, have you got anything to add about why you like to use it from time to time?
I think it just also I mean, we talk about contact in horses a lot, don't we? So I think it just helps even stabilise that contact, doesn't it, really?
It absolutely does. So, you know, we've had thoroughbreds off the track who, you know, when you touch the mouth, they're just not used to it, so different for them. And because the rein, so I'll just pop him on the bit for a minute, because the rein, so you see me just massaging with my leg, so it's not just the rein, I just massage him with my leg a little bit. So just here we go, come on the bit. But the rein, if the horse is being difficult, now has to pass through the ring. So you actually get an almost V-like effect on the rein. So it's much less likely for the horse to see that beautiful. So when he comes on the bit, let's see, we'll spin him on the bit a little bit. Sorry, right, see how that's all loose in there? Yes, it is. And then I don't know if I can get him above the bit. Blue, can you stick your head in the air for me? But see how that's really tight there now, right? So when that under neck is tight, so the back is hollow, and the under neck sits, when I do this, my back is super hollow. Whereas when I'm in a nice frame, my back is lovely and round. So it's important that the horses, you do want them to never learn to invert the under neck and run away, of course. But if you don't have a lot of skill yet, this can just stop the horse developing the neck the wrong way, which I think is really, really important. And as Greg said, contact is absolutely everything. So if you have a horse that really struggles with the contact and has, you know, they might be a bit neurologically diverse, because let's go back to what I said in the beginning. There are no perfect horses and there are no perfect riders. We make mistakes and the horses sometimes make bad choices. And of course, it's always our fault. But if the horse makes a bad choice, whether it's your fault or not, it's important that you can keep them safe and keep yourself safe. So we do use the stabilising martingale from time to time. Sometimes it hangs on the tack room door, you know, for months. you know, if we don't have any young horses that need to go out or whatever, but it's just good to have it there just in case you need it. If your horse is displaying any characteristics that are a little dangerous, you know, you go to all the obvious places. Is it, oh, where are you going, my friend? Is the bit fitting correctly? Is the saddle fitting correctly? Does he have a sore back? Do you need the osteopath? You know, are his feet correct? There can be a million things, you know. Stay close to your horses. Is his poo a good consistency? Because he may have a pain in the tummy, you know, he may have developed a stomach ulcer from the, you know, this sort of highly concentrated horse feeds that we have now instead of just grass. So before you explore, is my horse just being a bit tricky, or did I make a mistake? Your horse actually may not be feeling well. So that's a really important part before you worry too much about whether or not, you know, you need to do a little bit more groundwork or have a stabilising martingale. Just make sure that your horse is well. Lucy, I'm going to eat this tree because I'm so bored talking to you. Give that back. And it's really important to note that it is a running martingale, right? It's just a different style of it. So it's as good as the hands that hold it. It doesn't restrict the horse. The 5 functions of the rein are still absolutely able to be used. So you have your opening rein, okay, opening rein. So the rein just slides through the ring. You have your pushing rein where you push the rein away. Okay, you have your shaping rein if you want to make the horse a little rounder. You have your allowing rein if you just want to sit quietly and allow the horse in a beautiful frame. And you have your regulating rein where you might need to every now and then use the rein to slow the horse down if he doesn't listen to your seat. Come on, Mr. Lazy Bones. He's enjoying doing this video for you. So there is no function of the rein that doesn't pass easily through the martingale. So you are still able to train in it. If you've met a problem and need to actually train in it for a short period of time, you're able to do so. So Greg has set up an Etsy store and he hand makes all the martingales himself. So you just go to Etsy store, there'll be a link in the bio and in the comments underneath if you need one. I think every tack room should have one, because just every now and then, we're not living in a perfect world, are we? So guys, I hope that was helpful.
And for any of our training aids, just check out the links below. And if there's anything you would like to see in our videos, just put it down in the comments and we can check it out and see what we want to do.
And you can also see below the links to all our socials, which is a little bit more about our horses' competition lives. And there's also a link to our website, which is a really great interactive platform with live Zooms and a very wholesome approach to our training system.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.